I grew up in Wapato. I was born in Wapato and raised in Wapato, and I got married in Wapato. So all my life I've been living around here. My dad drank a lot, and mom, they, well, I didn't grow up in a very happy family. They weren't very affectionate with us, and there was never "I love you." There was never no affection. I always grew up so afraid of everything. And then I brought that in my marriage when I married Benny. I was so afraid of him because he drank a lot also. He was an alcoholic, but at 17, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about the Lord, and I didn't know anything about Satan, but now I look back and Satan he was putting thoughts on my mind that my life was hopeless. And then one day, Benny was drunk and he picked me up down mom's, and I left the kids with mom, and he was driving and he was drunk, and he was just telling me a lot of things, and I was just there. I was just crying and crying, and he was telling me, and I had it. So that was the first that the Lord touched me, but I didn't know it was the Lord. I just I was going to open the door so I can jump out, and I got the handle to open the door, and all of a sudden I just felt a hand on my hand, and I couldn't open it. And not until years later that I came to know the Lord. The Lord told me that, "Do you remember that hand that touched you? That was His hand." But I didn't go to church. I never went to church when my kids were growing up. I never went to church, but I knew there was something, but I didn't know what I needed. So I started going to the Catholic Church, and Benny he went with me also, so we both would go to the Catholic Church. It wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping me at all, and I didn't know what else to do. So we started going to the Foursquare Church in Yakima, and I loved it there, and I saw everything so different. The people, everybody was hugging, and I think it was around that time that Benny and I accepted the Lord. When I started coming here to the Foursquare Church, I just felt the Lord, I just felt Him telling me that I was going to be set free. They were having a conference or something in Spokane, and I was still fearful of everything. I was still going through a lot of fear in my life, and then I had that another thing that I had in my life that I was battling with was depression. I went through a lot of depression, and then on the last day of that, Lori and I were sitting down, but I was just crying and crying, and then I told Lori, I says, "Lori, I need to go up there. I need to go up there for prayer." And she says, "Well, go, you should go." And so I went, and the pastor, instead of me telling him what I wanted prayer for, he started telling me about my, what I was going through, my depression, and the fear and everything, and how the Lord was going to set me free. We went back, and then we went back to the hotel, and when we came home, and I knew I was set free of depression. The Lord has done so much in my life, but like the Lord says that He's always there. He's always there for us. We need to really believe. We need to really believe that He is there. No, because we're going to be going through things as long as we're here on this earth. And the one thing that always helps me is something that a lot of people know, is to let go and let God. We need to do that. And sometimes we don't think, because we don't see Him helping us, we don't see it, because we're so wrapped up in that's what I have learned, is that we're so wrapped up in our problems that we don't see His hand. But once the Lord brings us through that problem, you do see His hand in it. I have always gone to the Lord and talked to Him, and I tell Him everything. I tell Him how I feel, and I tell Him how I don't know what to do, and the things that I want to do, but I know it's not right, and for Him to help me. But we need to spend time with Him, read His Word, and spend time with Him, and He's there, and He will bring us through. But I'm learning that it's His time, not mine. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint.